Peace, beautiful black power en route. Baltimore, NYC, Trenton, New Jersey, Philadelphia, round trip, 2 to 3 days with the Good Cannabis Unity Tour on behalf of Behold the Craft and our good friends and people. I want to shout out New 215 as well. Today, we're going to discuss the context of the comments given by a woman I feel is very loving, passionate, influential, and can drive many people together. We're going to talk about the Empress, Kamika Bouvel. There was a post on her page. The post had said about frauds, liars, conscious black communities, even if I paraphrase to handle that. This isn't the first time woman or man has come into this juxtaposition. What we have to see in hindsight are people who do things for symbolic reasons, liberation reasons, revolutionary reasons, scholarly reasons, profit reasons, American reasons. Get your knife, fine tip comb, and push aside those that feel you want to mesh and gel best with. The ongoing thing, the most central, unified thing about this planet, the calamity of currency, is that we all have to fend for the food, fend for the rights. Communities come in time comes in history, history takes tradition, culture takes passage. So we're going to get into these comments because I said, as my wife had told me, my wife told me from a loving, supporting standpoint, we were listening to you. We were listening to you, Empress, out of love and support and being there for us, and a glimmer and a hope and a flash and a pan of light. And we see you still giving the success of your light unto the worlds for your missions. They are great missions you have. Your reply started with, what's good with the Peace Park and the Shoe Place? The Peace Park is kicking off its 8th season, March 3rd. All Peace Park operations are currently on hold for the winter break. We are no longer tied, associated, or affiliated with Gilbert's Shoes. We are no longer tied to that establishment, the organization. We are left. We have left. We left under objectionable means of manufactured controversies by said owners within that shoe place, the very one you have mentioned. I am very satisfied in the platformed experience of the latter part of 9 months of all the black and brown people we have assisted and aided during that time, which we have used to grow into our best fashion and form yet. We are better, we are stronger, we are smarter because of those things. So therefore, I can carry no malice towards anyone's socially conscious decision. There's where we get a little loaded with your comments. You had said that we had hands and parts that can be utilized. I agree with that. Anyone willing to build upon these parts, contingencies, investments, vested people with interest, they're all welcome. My number is 646-868-2758. That's 646-868-2758. Get at me after 4 p.m. We can talk anytime. Video conference anytime. Skype anytime. You saw that we benefited, you said. That me and her were benefiting. I would say that's the furthest thing from the truth when it comes to the cases of dope naturals and the glorious soap making classes. I say that's far from the case with the benefit of Crystal John and her illustrious market that she thrown. I say that's far from the case when Queen Zuna was able to have her baby shower that I set up in a 2-day process. You see, our operation that we had, Miss Empress, our operation that we had was for Black and brown vendors, workshops, educators, and entertainers to make means. You know what I made? I made enough to buy party favors. You know how much money we made? We made enough money to keep the place sanitized. You know how much money we made? We made enough money to get on the bus. Other people, Sunflower Space Cakes, Behold the Craft Organization, The Raid, Black Anime Show, they got paid. They got paid. Best believe so. I'm being as honest and clear about this entire testimony because I said, looking at my wife telling you that she was listening to you for you to give us these diatribes meant that this was a salvaged effort on your part. I want to know how you can acquire. I want you to listen to me. I want you to collaborate. I want you to work. I want you to know we still love you in our hearts for your work and your duty because you're one of a kind. There's not another empress. There's only you. I don't identify myself as a leader. I don't identify myself as a role model. I take that from Charles Barkley. Don't call me a role model. That's a very good quote. I am an apologizing evangelical. Apologizing. Let's break that down. It's compound. I apologize on the behalf of what being white is living in this world, upon the spaces, upon the institutions, upon the very being of the great organizations that give me my fire and my strength. I don't have any white privilege. I don't go into a circle of crackers and white people. I don't go into that thinking I'm going to get something. I'm a vigilante. I disrupt what I can. I influence who I can. I remain as free as the great people have allowed me to be. Evangelical. When anyone evangelizes something, they promote it. They spread the word. They spread the greatness, the awareness. I'm an apologizing evangelical. Red, black, and green, diverse diaspora vigilante. I'm not claimed. I don't have any certifications. I don't got any endorsements, anointing. I ain't got nothing. All I got is my word of being bond, solving scientific, spiritual mathematics, and living in my high self. The American way must perish. That's something we should come to agree on. I apologize. I'm sorry if you feel I've stepped on your toes. It was not my intention to step on your feet or intrude upon your space of conscience. I do realize that is a insensitive complex that the people have in America. Your efforts are dutifully appreciated in how your teaming was to be. It was a good thing. Your teaming, I loved it. I still love it. I appreciate those emotions there. I like that you had a cultural vision. Space is infinite. It's not just confined or constrained down to the buildings or the apparatus. Space is universal. You are called black because you are of all space. We are the space infinite amassed matter beyond molecules, atoms, and dimensions. This is never personal. This is never about money. You know when I realized it was gone? Miss Empress, it was gone when my beef, my issues, my quarrels, they were gone when you contributed the beautiful plants to the Peace Park. And they're likely going to be there next year, sprouted with your hands. I remember you pulled up on the opposite side of the street. I remember that. You had on a yellow top. You had your hair out that day. I remember much. I remember everything that means something, regardless of the emotional or social outcomes of the events. We are not perfect people. We still have flaws in our causes and calls for judgment. And pause for station identification. If you have want to get on Ascani Shop 2020, that's 646-868-2758. That's 646-868-2758. Text the words "It's Iron" for priority inquiry, and we'll get you on the show. And, stay also tuned for, our next podcast where we're going to explore main event media and Natural John's thoughts broadcast. We're going to explore that. I'm thinking maybe it can have a written and podcast function, perhaps. But, here, just wanted to clear everything with, the lovely Empress Kamika Bovell. Send this to you. I hope you have a chance to really listen, understand where we're coming from. About 4 hours out from our current destination. Heavy rain, multiple projects to be worked on. It's non-stop working. It's black liberty. It's black liberation and peace. It's love when it's needed. It's Zion.